conversation with the Live Breakfast Club.
Put your lighters in the air, everybody say yeah, yeah. Come on,
Well, welcome back to the LBC. We're joined in the studio by two very beautiful women, Elizabeth Olympio and Nana Yaw Foriata. This morning we're going to be talking about Clean Ghana. And Clean Ghana emerged as a collection of residents living in and around Accra who are deeply concerned about Accra's shameful and insalubrious conditions and wanting to get involved and do something about it. The trigger was a confounding piling up of garbage for weeks back in May 2014 in several neighborhoods across the capital, with all the attendant health risks as well as the aesthetic offensiveness. We recall that at the height of this refuse collection stoppage, the city authorities were stone silent, proffering no explanation to its hardworking Nora, tax-paying, long-suffering, and patiently disregarding residents. We're also dealing with a very serious case of cholera, which we don't seem to be able to get under control despite people's soup being thrown away and chop bars being shut, and we seem to be unable to get control of that situation. But so we're going to be talking to Elizabeth and Nana Yaw. Good morning. Welcome to the studio.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome. So tell us about Clean Ghana. What you hope to achieve?
Okay, I think you've sort of read a little bit about ourselves, but what we'd like to establish is that we're a group of professionals from very diverse parts of society. We live all across Accra, and we came together with a common concern. This city is filthy. It's filthy, and the impact of this on health, on education, on quality of life is simply unacceptable. We continue to call ourselves the gateway to West Africa. It's more like the back end to West Africa. What we are seeking to do, though, is to understand a couple of things. There are already a ton of plans. The AMA has plans, everybody has plans. What are those plans? How are they funded? Do the people who are supposed to benefit from the plans know that, for instance, your garbage should be picked up at 2 p.m. on Tuesday? And if it is not, what do you do? So that's one of the things we want to do, ensuring that there is some level of governance in understanding what the plans are. The local assemblies have the responsibility. So we're not trying to build a parallel institution. What we're trying to do is to support with governance. The second aspect of Clean Ghana, which we're really keen on, is best practice. Sanitation is not rocket science. Yes, we have an issue with rapid growth of cities and the impact that this has on infrastructure. But there are other cities in the world who have learned how to cope with this. So we're very keen to ensure that whatever plans we currently have or are going to develop have the benefit of best practice and will be sustainable. Third is individual and community responsibility. Yes, we all have a go at the mayor all the time, but we do generate the filth from our homes, from the restaurants, from the chop bars, and it's important that as individuals, we are taught and supported to do the 3 R's, which is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And the fourth thing that Clean Ghana is very keen on is to work with corporate Ghana, to work with the media, which is why we think this opportunity to engage is important, to make this city a place we actually can be proud of. We're very much interested in partnering to develop demonstration projects. So you can't clean up all of Accra at once, but can we do it district by district, community by community, street by street, so people see that it can be done and that you can actually live in a cleaner city. So that is essentially who we are at Clean Ghana. These are our 4 or 5 objectives.
Right, thank you. Also joining us in the studio is Bridget Jodbenoku. Good morning and welcome. We just started the conversation. We're talking about Clean Ghana now and the initiatives and the dreams that they have for Ghana. So we're going to go to Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, what are your thoughts on Clean Ghana? How did it come about?
All right, thanks for having us in the studio. Now, Clean Ghana came about because a few of us online decided that it was enough. What we had seen on the streets, what we see every day on the streets, around our homes and our communities, we have to do something about it. It's not just left up to the assemblies and the local authorities. we have to engage ourselves as citizens. So why don't we pick up a location, educate a group of people, clean up the place, and that's when we decided, okay, let's take the message, let's have a blueprint to this and submit this petition to the mayor. During that process, we decided to clean up the Heart of Oak Park. What we saw that was quite overwhelming. I've always been to the Art Center, but I've never walked past the Art Center to see this place. And there was a little hill beside it, and it was shocking, very, very shocking. You had people openly defecating. You had people in their homes, little shacks there. You had people who had little chop boxes that had all their belongings in there, and they were living in the filth, cooking, eating, and children were running around the place. So we set up there first, and a lot of children came around us, and we taught them on little hygienic practices that they could engage in on a daily basis. And they assisted us. We sorted out our garbage and walked along that high street, picked up all the trash, and put it in the right place and submitted our petition. And we realized that this is something we can actually do on a regular basis. And so we need to get the community involved. Since then, we've been going on recce's, getting the community, informing people about what needs to be done. And we've been to La. La is our focus point in Greater Accra because anyone who comes to Ghana, they would like to go to the beach. And La is the first place everyone wants to go to. Where's La Beach? Where's the beach in Accra? You have to drive out to see a better beach. But La could be a beautiful place. It has so much promise. Our recent recce was to the estuary, and it is in a worse state than we thought. It's got plastics, paper garbage, there's domestic garbage, there's Pampers, there's a whole lot of everything out there, and it's really bad. And if we get together as in a community, we can actually do more.
Right. How many people do you currently have on your team?
Well, that would be difficult to say because we got together online.
Okay.
So there are active people, Nanaya, the active people, the core is probably 11.
There are about 11 on the
11
core
of
team,
us. Yeah. And there are other people online who come and help when we have projects.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that was not mentioned by they've said almost everything. But I think our focus will be to reduce waste, reuse waste, and to recycle waste. So as the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. And reduce, we all produce the waste, as Nanaya said. So we've got to find ways of reducing how much waste we produce. And that is in practical ways, like when you go shopping and they put whatever you buy in a plastic bag, in another plastic bag, and in a third plastic bag. We all see that, or sometimes two. And then you carry along a plastic bag as well, which in the end, you're disposing of about 4 pieces of plastic bags. All this could be done probably in one, or not in a plastic bag at all, if you carried your own bags along that you could reuse. So then you are reducing the use of the plastic bags. You are using something that you could use again, which would be one steady, strong bag. And what you cannot reuse, we can find ways of recycling. So there's a gentleman on our team who actually has very innovative ways of recycling waste, plastic, organic, all kinds of waste. The waste food in your house, for example, which apparently is one of the greatest spreaders, if you like, of disease, is food waste. And food waste can be recycled, can be changed into compost in your home. Use it to, start your little garden. I know Elizabeth has a little garden in her backyard, and I've been trying to start that. Start a little garden in your backyard instead of buying the vegetables that are watered with wastewater, whose source we don't know. And we all know that sometimes the source of the wastewater is gutters in which people have dumped all kinds of things already. And these are vegetables we can't ever be sure we've washed well enough. So if you start your little garden in your backyard, it doesn't take much.